How about if we start a new show on the Luka channel? I've been going through my stash, and I keep finding things that I've forgotten about. So I think I'm going to do this new show called Look What I Found. Alright, so there you go. There it is. There's the theme music. New theme music. Whatever. This bent my mind. So I'm just going through and categorizing my Camaro kits. And I got a lot of these AMT 67s. I really like the 67. And I forgot about this animal here. So let's look at this. My goodness. How about that for a Krylon? Or, yeah, blew the joke. Blew the joke. I was going to say Rust-Oleum. I don't have time to go back. No, it's not Rust-Oleum. But I will say this. I absolutely have no recollection what in the hell the paint was. And it's been slightly buffed. I can see my buffing compounds there. I don't think I'm totally done with it. But it has been cut and sanded and all this stuff. And this is an interesting build. I think what I was going for. I wanted to do kind of a drag car. I've got a I don't know what the heck that is, but that's you know, just a cowl hood. I think it was one of my resin ones I made many years ago. Let's see if it still even fits, because it's super thin, and this is why I hate doing hoods, because yeah, you can already tell it curled up. It's no good. Yeah, it's all over the place. So this thing's going to need a new hood or something. This resin, you got to do these things thin. You can't do them thick. And when you do them thin, over time, it just happens. I've tried a million different resins. It's just the way it is. So we're done with that. We won't be using this hood if I was ever to build this. But this is the interesting thing what we got going. You see, I got some trunk action going. I've showed many times. I got my, I don't know where the other one is. It's in there somewhere. Or not, I don't know. But we got hinges happening. And somewhere in here, let's look in here, I've got, you know, here's the drag slicks for the rear. Here we go. Here's the trunk lid. All right. Got that. Looks like it's got some wreckage on the trunk. I don't know what happened there over the years being packaged. Don't know if that could be buffed out. Maybe. I, again, cannot remember what paint I used here, but whatever paint it was, I don't think there's any clear. I think it was just buffed paint. It could be... I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember the car much. I really don't. I do remember it, but I don't know if any of you noticed and recognize. Okay, this is the AMT, but the AMT chassis, or us pretentious people say chassis, I don't even friggin' have it here to show you. The AMT chassis is very basic. That's from the Revell 69. And it didn't take much to make it work. I think I did okay. I tried to get rid of the Revell there. Did a real crappy job of getting rid of that. We'd have to hide that with something. But yeah, that's the thing. I know there was some grinding involved, but I got it all fitted up in there. You can see the interior is from one of them 69 Camaros. I was going that route. Oh, look at that. Check that out. How cute is that? Like that. That was a vacuum form piece I made. I did a lot of 69 Camaro, so I just made a buck and vacuum formed all the time to have that underside. I seem to be missing one of the hinges in there. Let's see what we can do if I just slide this. Remember that right there. Remember that thing that I made? What do they call them? Videos? Yeah, this is raw. How about if we don't edit and you just guys get to see what a maniac I am? We're just doing this. Here, I got one hinge working. One frickin' hinge. And it kind of sets in there. There we go. Might have to do some tweaking and figuring, but that's a pretty cool looking trunk, isn't it there, guys? I'm liking that. This looks like crap right there. So this thing is not perfect. Hey, no door handles, no emblems. Took it all off. No ghosting too. Check out this tire. Now this tire, that's a resin tire. That's also a resin wheel I used to make a long time ago. So I took this resin tire, cut some grooves because I wanted it to be, you know, DOT legal. Hand painted. Hand painted. Remember in the last video? I did that with a little brush, and how about that? And then I was just, there was just going to be a little Saturday night quick 10 car, whatever the heck, What are they, 10-inch slicks max? What else have we got in here? I think I have the other tire. Here's the other tire. Oh, I recognize this. Okay, so this is all painted and formed up. What this is, if anybody of you recognize this is resin, a really bad one too. Jeez, that's horrible. Resin copy of the Firestone 500 drag slicks that came in the Pro Stock Johan kits. I always love that tire. It's like really excellent, and it really, sands and cleans up and turns into a nice looking whatever the hell you want it to be. Nice 10-inch or tire, something for like a race car like this. What else do we got in the box? There's a whole bunch of 69 Camaro parts in here. I got there's the kit chrome tree. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, there's that looks like a Ford 9-inch out of AMT NASCAR kit. That's cute. That's cute and friendly. Oh, we got something special here. Look at this. What a debacle here. This actually was rated from a different kit that I was working on or build. You see it's all coming all to hell right there. But you see the photo etched grill in there. I might be able to save this. I hope. I don't know. What else we got here? We got the lower control arms. Recognize that from the Revell 69 Camaro. Oh, I'm doing up the firewall. The firewall, yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't know, my brain is skipping. And we got some resin Moroso valve covers. Not sure what these originally came from, but looks like we were going big block. I tried to use some crappy back then. I can tell you what this is. This is crappy Rust-Oleum chrome. I tried that out about 20 years ago. I already went down that road. That's crap. And it's really looking like crap now over time. So there you go. There's your Rust-Oleum chrome. I'm gonna say 20 years. 20 years sitting in the box. There you go. There's your Rust-Oleum chrome. I think that the wheel was that too. I don't know. I probably went in that direction. Oh, we got an intake manifold. Looks like that came out of anybody know? Anyone know? I think that's a AMT NASCAR kit. And lo and behold, holy cow, yeah, it's a resin car. If there was a cool part, I made molds of it for myself. And I think, oh no, this is monogram. This came out of the monogram, like Lumina. All right, let's stop right there. This idiot doesn't know what he's talking about. I can tell you what that intake is from. It's from the AMT Street Machine 57 Chevy. It just recently came back out. That Chevy, I did a video on it a while back. That thing is chock full of really cool parts, and it has a really bitchin' big block Chevy in it, and that intake comes from it. So that's what that's from. So now, I don't want to spread false information like this moron. So let's get back to this. That generation of NASCAR models, when they started with the Lumina and on into the 90s. Hip hip hooray. And here we go. Look at that. There's another one of them. They kind of have a look. I almost wouldn't do nothing with them. They look like crap, and I think I like that. And we've got upper control arms there. They're all painted on it. I don't ever do things like that. I don't know why I did it then. And I don't know, there's a mess of other crap in here. Got really nothing much else. Just there, I'll show you. I don't seem to have any of the 67 parts or interior parts. I got to get a dashboard then for it. But yeah, there we go. What a thing. I don't know what distracted me or ticked me off. For all I know, it was this. I think that's why the other hinge is missing. I think the hinges are just off. They need to be redone. Hinges suck, but it is kind of a cool look. I like the idea. If you're going to open up a frickin' trunk, you do it right, and you open up a trunk. And I don't even think that's 100% right. That looks kind of sloppy to me. But there you go. There's your. Must have been redone and not painted and whatnot. I don't know. There's a lot of schmutz under here. Who the heck knows what's going on? And then, but in the hood, man, just take a look. I don't know. My lighting sucks in the studio. Been doing this 8 years. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. Here we go. Here's my trunk, kind of making it look like, what do you call it, a trunk, inside the trunk, even with the fuel filler, because we got the stock fuel cell, but I got one of these sumps, you know, the gravity sumps, or something like that. So, alright, I just want to show you that. What the heck, let's call it a new show. I find all kinds of neat stuff. Now, look at that. Little solenoids thing, jobs came out of Pro Stock Thunderbird, I think. Anyone know what those were? I thought they were like electric fuel pumps. This was in the trunk area. The battery went here, or they might have been a different kind of solenoid or something. I cannot remember. But that's how we roll. We've got, I don't know. I can't find any other wheels or things like that. Nothing else fantastical to show, I think. But yeah, there we go. You know, fun. Wow. I like how that tire works in this car, though. I really do. That could look tough. I'm starting to think about all these stalled out projects. Got lots and lots and lots of them. And I think some of them, for whatever reason, I put them away is because I don't think it was turning out. And, you know, maybe sometimes I might just put it together just to get it together and look cool and be enough. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Because this thing it still has the makings of something pretty neat. I'm actually kind of thinking of vinyl topping this. That'd be pretty cool if I do this car. And that's the first thing I thought when I did it. It's kind of a cool red, if you can tell. It's like a dark, deep. Oh, you know what? Oh, Justin Ryan, cover your ears. This is Krylon. I painted this with Krylon.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God.
Yes, sir, I did. I remember the color now. I specifically wanted that color, and at the time I could not find it in anything hobby. So I did go ahead and out of the can. Out of the can Krylon. There you go. No, Krylon's different than Rust-Oleum. And no, I would never use Krylon. No, I do not like it in the sense of, I can tell you it probably took 3 years for this to harden up before I could start polishing it out. But yeah, there you go. I have done models. Back in the day, Krylon was almost a go-to for me back in the late 80s, early 90s, because Krylon Crystal Clear, I have a white model, this one right here, my Grumpy's toy, that's done with Krylon Color and Krylon Crystal Clear, and it is still white as white, man. That stuff does not yellow, and that's what I was looking for at the time. There's just better options today. That's why I don't use it. But the Krylon doesn't come out as bad as frickin' Rust-Oleum. Rust-Oleum just has, that's just bad. I never have used, never had luck, never would use Rust-Oleum. But yep, that's a Krylon paint job. But it took some hobo grease to get it that far. And it had its issues. Here's another thing I want to show you guys. Something for you guys who build the 69 Camaro. There's this little portion here, and everybody will take and they'll probably just paint the bottom. Let's get this in frame. Paint the bottom black, right? Will I edit? I don't know. And they will let this portion of the chassis, because it's on the chassis, just leave it black. That's not supposed to be black. That's actually part of the body. That gets painted at the factory from this lip over. And then that's the bolt and all this area of that would be the fender coming around. So the fender actually wraps around and bolts down. Okay, and this is what you should do on your 69 Camaros to really come on, focus in for the love of God. There we go. That is the correct way to do a first generation 69 Camaro, basically, because this is, we're talking 69 Camaro. This is the 69 Camaro kit for the chassis. So you do a Revell 69 Camaro. Do that. It is the correct way. So there we go. There it is. There is my Krylon painted car from 20 something years ago. And gee whiz, I think this thing is still tacky. Oh well. There you go. That's got a cool look. I like that. Alrighty. So there you go. Look what I found. Done. Here's the friggin' producers.